This is lesson 2. The second one. This is the number 2 dose on the lessons chart. It's pretty important too. I think it is, at least. You know, almost everything we do in the world revolves around our idea of ourself. How we're perceived, where we're standing, what moment we're going to be going into next, where we're coming out of. And as I said in the last lesson, the very first lesson, what the because is all about, and that it is you. It's important to find out who you really are, or more importantly, the core of what makes you, you. The tick in the talk of the clock. Well, I think if you close your eyes, if you're able to, or if you close your ears, or if you open your mind, you're still only doing a physical check. You're only looking at the biological aspects. If you dream, if you find yourself sleeping or using an imagination or creating something, you're still only using the wired effects of the physical. You're still chained to the body. So how can you get to the tick? How can you get to the talk? How can you get to the internal workings? Well, there's a couple of ways. 1, submerge yourself. And yes, I mean this literally. Submerge yourself in water. So deep you can go no deeper. For so long you can hold your breath no longer. And while still feeling the biological mechanisms, the heart beating, the blood loosening its grip on your brain, the oxygen depleting, while you'll find yourself going through the emotive states of panic, while you see yourself dying, for a glimpse, for a moment, almost as quick as an orgasm, you'll touch your core. Okay, so that's not for you. You don't want to take yourself to the edge of death to find who you are and what you're about. But I think in there you can see what I'm talking about. When you find that you're pressed against the wall of survival, when you see that it comes down to the very nature of your being, which is to exist, to continue to exist, to survive, that drive, that motivating factor to stay attached to your biological being, to stay here in the now, on this land, in this entrapment, the thing that stops you from taking your own life, or at least what we like to refer to as releasing yourself into the ether, or walking to Paris, depending on what day of the week it is. The thing that stops you from doing that, that's your core. And you are programmed with a carry-on attitude, because ultimately all you know is that you exist. You did not create yourself. That's it. Everything else is here for you and because of you, but requires that you believe that it's here for you and because of you. But what you know is that you exist. And one of the hardest things to do, even for a liar, is to not know the truth. To set aside the truth once you've learned it. To be ignorant of it or to ignore it. To deny it. Very difficult to do. In fact, none have been able to do so. Even those masters that have come before us and left us messages and told us how to improve ourselves, how to embrace the only truth they know. They exist.